Nadja here, and I'm back with another video. I'm not wearing any makeup. As you guys know, I'm getting over a sickness and I really don't want to cake shit on my face. I'm trying to let my pores breathe. Thank you guys so much for all of the advice that you gave me to get better. Like, I've never gotten better this fast before. Like, obviously I still have a cough, a little bit congested, but usually when I'm sick, it goes on for like 2 weeks. When I posted that video yesterday, you guys are probably seeing this like 2 days later, but when I posted that video yesterday, I got like flooded with different remedies that I could try out, and honestly, you guys helped me so freaking much, and I am like so grateful for all of your opinions and all of your, you know, home remedies that have been passed down. And you guys' family, it really helped me a lot. I feel so much better. Obviously, I'm not 100%, but this is like way better than I would usually feel just riding it out, taking Dayquil, stuff like that. So really appreciate it, you guys. So I feel up to par enough to do a quick little story time for you. Tomorrow I'm going to be doing a Zodiac Christmas skit for you guys, just to show you guys, you know, my appreciation, show you guys that I'm doing well, XYZ, all that jazz. No, I might look a little sickly right now, you know, I got the sick bun on, but hey, I'm doing much better. So I really appreciate it. I cannot like stress that enough how much I appreciate you guys helping me out with that. So story time is going to be something from my past, of course, and it's going to be about the time where a hotel party I went to got busted by the cops, but it's just like way more goes into it. Like it's just a lot. So sorry if that happens, I'll try to cut them out, but sorry. Okay, so if you like my story time videos, please go ahead and give this video a thumbs up, and yeah, I'm just gonna get right on into it. So this story happens when I'm around 18, I want to say, because this is around the time where one of my friends recently got out of jail. Now, I spoke about this friend in a few other storytime videos, and he was in my Halloween storytime video where we stole the candy from the little boy. A lot of y'all didn't like that we did that, but shit, we were kids. I would never steal a child's candy to the, like, no, I'm grown now, but back then that's the type of hood rat booger shit I was on with my friends. He was that friend. I think I called him Bob or something, so we're just gonna call him Bob in this video. Yeah, basically what happened when we were in high school, and this is for all of my like OG tribe members that keep up with my stories, you're gonna know these characters, know who I'm talking about. If not, I mean, shit, you should go watch my playlist at the end of this video, get caught up. Basically, Bob and I and a group of friends were all cool, but when we were around like 15 or 16 or so, Bob got arrested because one of our friends, use that lightly, friends, the same dude from the story time who tried to lie on me and say it was my fault for a hit and run that he got into when it wasn't even my fault, he was in jail, and to get a lesser sentence or to get out, he ratted out Bob on a gun charge because a gun was stolen and it was in Bob's possession, and he knew that when he got locked up, Bob had the gun. So, and I'm not snitching, this is all old news. Bob already did his time, like this is old. Basically, that dude from the hit and run story time ratted on Bob, and Bob got locked up along with a few other people, but those other people also got off. So, you know, shit, right. So I'm just so happy I'm not sick so I can vape again. Like, vaping when you're sick is fucking crucial. Like, this shit is not great. Anyway, Bob was in jail for, I want to say, about 2 years, maybe 2.5 years, and then he finally got out. Like, we finished high school and everything without Bob, and then finally when we graduated, you know, Bob was free. Bob was out. Free Bob. That's what we would always say that on social media. Free Bob this, free Bob that, because sure, Bob was doing, you know, hood booger shit like we all were doing. It's not like he was hurting anybody. Like, we were kids. It was more so he just wanted a gun to say he had a gun, like to tote some shit. And I know that still isn't justified. It's not right. But all I'm trying to say is that he was not violent. Like, he did not hurt anybody. He did not do anything like that. So, and just the circumstances of why he got locked up is because somebody else snitched on him to get out of their own situation. And because that person is a well-known backstabbing rat, like, we were totally free Bob all day, okay? When Bob got out, we were just ecstatic. Like, we were so ecstatic, especially because we were in high school, so we really couldn't you know, write to Bob or call Bob. Like, we didn't have parents, we didn't have nobody with JPay to do that. It was more so like we would have to tell his younger brother or his older sister to get in contact with him for us. Like, it wasn't as much as we would want it to be, if that makes any sense, when it comes to communicating with Bob. So when he did get out, we were just ecstatic. You know, we all met up in the neighborhood and we decided that, you know, we're gonna take him to a party, we're gonna go to a party. Now, this isn't even the party that the story's about. Let me get comfortable, because y'all, I've been sick and I told myself I was gonna make this story time like last week, and then I got sick and then I couldn't do it. This is supposed to be the beginning of the week banger. So let me get comfortable, because this is gonna be a doozy. So we took him to the first party, right? And it was like just a normal house party in an apartment or whatever. And it was just a whole bunch of people that fucked with Bob but didn't really fuck with Bob. More so bitches that wanted to put Bob in their fucking Twitter bios and shit like that. Like, people that didn't even really like hang with Bob for real. Maybe some bitches that wanted to fuck Bob just to say that they fucked Bob. Like, you know, that type of environment or whatever. Like, and we're all chilling, we're all cooling. And I just remember, like, specifically sitting on the couch. It was me, Bob, and Chance. If you guys watch my other Storytime movies, you'll know who Chance is. So it's me, Bob, and Chance. And I'm just trying to like talk to Bob as well as Chance, telling him like, hey, you just got out, don't smoke any weed, don't do anything to jeopardize your freedom, because, you know, you're on probation right now. Like, just chill, you're an adult now, like, just chill type shit, right? And, you know, Bob was like, yeah, sure. But then there was those outside forces of people who didn't really fuck with him, passing blunts to him. Oh, Bob, hit my blunt, Bob, hit my blunt, Bob, you know? And we would just meet and Chance to just like, Bob, like, come on, bro. Like, and to be honest, till this day, Chance is like Bob's A1, like, for sure. Like, even till this day in adulthood, because unfortunately Bob is locked up right now. Chance is his A1 day one. Like, Chance actually goes out of his way and like contacts Bob. Me, I don't really contact Bob that much. I do have his JPay. Like, his brother gave me his JPay every now and then, you know, hit him up, be like, hey Bob, how are you doing? Here's a little something, something, you know, off my boyfriend's account, because I don't have any, my boyfriend knows more people in jail than I do. Bob's the only person I know that's locked up right now, so I don't have my own JPay. I use Daniel's, but yeah, like, Chance is his A1 day one. So me and Chance are trying to be like Bob's voice of reason to not indulge in these type of things, because we understand you're out of jail now, like, you're free, you're back in the real world, but it can easily get taken away from you. So all these, you know, peer pressure, you know, Bob stands up and he goes to do what he wants to do. Chance and I, we're not your parents. Like, we're doing the most we can do for you by telling you not to do it. Like, we're not gonna hound you and follow you around the party. Like, you get what I'm saying? So when we noticed that he kind of got up and went to a back room, me and Chance looked at each other and we already knew what was up, right? So a few minutes go by, Bob comes out the back room. Bob's high as fuck. He hasn't hit a blunt in 2 years, for what I know, because I know you could smuggle drugs into jail. But as far as we know, this is his first blunt he's hit in 2 years. So he's blatantly high. And I even went up to Bob, I'm like, Bob, why'd you do that? Like, you know they're gonna drug test you. Like, why did you do that type shit?
Oh, it'll be fine. I'll just buy some of the stuff to mask my piss and blah, blah, blah.
Man, so I'm trying not to be a party pooper, so I'm just like, all right, Bob, if you got it figured out, you got it figured out. Chance was also like, yeah, fuck it. Chance even started smoking a blunt with Bob. Like, it's kind of like we all just, and I'm not gonna lie, I was the same way too. I was only 18, like, I was the same way. I was like, shit, well, if you can't help him, join him type shit. So, you know, I didn't want to ruin the vibe. We all partying with Bob. Like, shit, fuck it. Bob made his own adult decision. That's what Bob want to do. That's what Bob want to do. Like, it is what it is. So we thought that the party was just going to be a one and done type thing. No. Bob's smoking, blowing down every fucking day. Bob's going out drinking. Like, Bob's turning up. You know, all these random bitches want to be that bitch to be seen with Bob. Like, you know, like, it was a fucking mess. Like, all over social media, people want to post pictures with Bob. Like, because you gotta think, people on my, okay, I'm gonna break it down for you. This is Jacksonville shit right now. If you live in Jacksonville, I know some of my Jacksonville people, you know. I'm not trying to say the South Side is soft, because there are some parts in the South Side where you do not want to go by yourself if you don't know somebody. But where I stayed at, that middle class shit, like townhomes, like, we all was fucking around in some townhomes, bruh. Like, townhomes. Y'all not hard. Y'all don't know nobody that has been in jail before. Like, y'all don't You don't. Like, you just don't. So they all wanted that fucking cred to hang out with Bob, to be like, oh yeah, this is my homie, he just got out type shit. Like, they weren't really Bob's friends. Like, they were just people that wanted to be around him because he got out of jail. And it's so weird how that's so cool to young adults, but that's what it was, like, point blank. So, you know, you got all these new hoes coming around that would have never even batted an eyelash at Bob, because Bob's not an ugly person. Like, he's not ugly. He's attractive to me. I wouldn't date him only because I see him as like an older brother type of light, but he's not ugly to me. But before, he's one of those people where it's like you kind of have to like grow into your looks type of thing. Cause like before, when he was younger, he kind of looked the same, but it was kind of like, you know how when you gotta grow into your ears or grow into your nose, or you know, your head might be too big for your body, like stuff like that you gotta grow into. He was still at that awkward stage before he got locked up. And then when he came out, you know, he was kind of built, he was working out, like, so now all these bitches trying to flock towards Bob. You know, Bob's enjoying all the shit or whatever, and then, you know, knock, 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 here's your probation officer, you need to go in for a piss test. So Bob went in for the piss test, and I don't know if he just bucked going to the piss test altogether, because I didn't really like talking about legalities with Bob, because I didn't want to add on more pressure than there already was. Because I mean, obviously, like, you're not an idiot. Like, you know, you've been smoking weed, like, you know that that's a violation of your probation, like, you know these things. So it's like, what's the point of me hounding you about it? I'm not your mother, like, you get what I'm saying? So I never really talked about legalities with him, so I don't know if he just didn't go in for the P test or if he failed it and he bucked. Like, I don't know which way it went. All I know is that they was looking for Bob, bitch. They were looking for him. Like, he could not stay at his mom's house. Like, the police were looking for Bob because he violated. Like, it just is what it is. And when I tell you, Bob violated within like the first month of him getting out. Like, it wasn't even like Bob was out here for a few months. Like, Bob violated immediately. So at that point, Bob was on the run. Okay, so Bob is on the run. We all know Bob is on the run. Bob is staying at different people's houses and shit. I'm not gonna say who houses he was staying at, only because even if I am using fake names, like, if you know me, you know who certain people are. And in my opinion, that's a level of snitching, because nobody ain't go to jail for harboring no felons or fugitives. So why the fuck would I spill that? You get what I'm saying? But let's just say he was staying at a few people's houses that I knew. He was staying there for a multiple amount of times. Some people in their family knew that he was on the run and they were allowing him to stay there. Like, it just, and I remember like Bob had a really hard time because he is one of those people where he likes to give back. Like, he's not a freeloader whatsoever. Like, and I remember the main struggle he had that he would tell me and Chance is that he wanted to make money to pay for the place he was living. Like, he didn't want to just be a freeloader because he was on the run. He couldn't make money. So, you know, then he started selling weed and stuff, and it was just like a cycle of shit, right? So Bob was on the run for a minute. Bob had invited me and Pisces. If you guys watch my story times, you know who Pisces is. He had invited me and Pisces to a hotel party because this girl he was talking to, it was her birthday, right? And she was having it at the hotel. So, you know, I'm like, yeah, sure, whatever. So he sends me the address, and I notice that the hotel that he wants to go to is a fucking Motel 6. And I'm like, oh, So I'm texting him back. I'm like, Bob, is this the Motel 6 by the fucking Shell gas station? Because that Motel 6, no, I saw some shit. I'm never, ever, ever, ever going to make a story time about it. But I had a really bad experience at that Motel 6. I did not get assaulted or anything like that. It's just, somebody told me something that I don't even want to like, bruh, like, I just really don't. All I'm gonna say is that I met somebody there that fucking brought me back down to earth, that made me realize, like, bruh, this ain't it. Like, this ain't it. Like, cause even though I'm telling this story when I was 18, when I went to that Motel 6 and had that experience, I was around 17. And that is what really made me like calm down for real. Because before, when I was 16, 17, I was like hopping into strangers' cars with my friends and, you know, going out until 4 in the morning while my mom thinks I'm in my bed, like scandalous ass shit like that. And then once that experience happened to me at that Motel 6, like, I always told my mom where I was at. I never did that overnight type of shit. Like, you know, I was enrolled in college immediately. Like, it just really humbled the fuck out of my ass. Like, yeah, I still went out and I had fun, but it wasn't half as crazy as the shit that I used to put myself in. So I'm never gonna talk about what the fuck happened because I'm genuinely scared of the people that I came in contact with. But just know that that Motel 6 put a bad taste in my fucking mouth. And I'm like, yo, I know the type of people that hang around there. Like, there's prostitution and shit out there. Like, what the fuck, Bob?
Yo, I would never let anything happen to you. Like, you're my little sis. Like, just come out here. Chance is gonna be here. There's 2 other girls here. You can bring your friend. Like, it'll be cool. You guys can drive there, so if anything bad happens, you know, you can just leave whenever you want if you feel uncomfortable. Like,
just letting me know, like, bro, it's gonna be a good time. Nothing's gonna pop off. So I'm like, you know what? Okay, cool. I'll take my car. I'll pick up Pisces, and you know, I'm not sleeping over there.
You don't gotta sleep over there because, you know, I'm trying to smash the birthday girl, and Chance is gonna smash her friend. So I just wanted y'all to come over there so there's more like female energy, and it's not so much like the goal of the evening is to fuck these girls. Like, you get what I'm saying?
So I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. So, you know, I go pick up Pisces. We're dressed real casual, like casual as fuck. So we dress real casual and we pull up to the Motel 6 and we get to the room. So we knock on the door. We open the door and it's like a basic ass Motel 6 room, double bed, a bathroom and like a vanity place and then like a TV and a dresser. And they had like a disco ball. They had like one of those disco balls you can buy at one of those, I don't know if you guys have a Spencer's wherever you're at, but it's like a disco ball you can buy from Spencer's that you plug into the wall and it just makes lights on the ceiling. Like, they had all that type of shit. Like, they had glow sticks. Like, they were trying to have like a little neon party or whatever, right? And the birthday girl had on like a little birthday crown or whatever. It was like 2 little white girls. No, it was 1 white girl and then 1 mixed girl. Ironically, another girl showed up to the party, and this was the girl that is actually involved in why Bob got locked up and why he's still locked up now. But I'm not gonna talk about that because that's not my story to tell. But yeah, that bitch showed up. And yeah, so, you know, some people were coming in and out, but it was mainly just that other girl that popped up that was involved with the situation. And then I'm pretty sure that's it. And you know, we're having a good time, we're partying, we're drinking, we're smoking, and of course Bob's smoking, we're all turning up, we got music going on, you know. I'm talking to the girls and shit, and you know, Pisces is social as fuck, so she's talking to the girls too. Like, we're all just talking to everybody. And I remember I was talking to one of the girls, the birthday girl, and I was like, oh, you know, happy birthday, how old are you turning? And she was like, oh, I turned 18. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's dope. Like, you know, legal club, what's up? Like, I turned 18 a few months ago. Like, you know, just being cool. Then we got a hard ass knock on the door. Police knock 100%. When I tell you Bob looked at Chance, he looked at Chance, then he looked at me, looked at the bathroom, and bolted. He bolted to the bathroom, hid in the shower, and turned the lights off. Me, I hide behind the fucking dresser. Pisces hides under the vanity and turns the light off because, for one, I'm not of age to drink. Okay, the other bitch whose birthday it wasn't of age to drink. Like, nobody was of age to drink in that bitch, but apparently I was the only one that thought about that. Pisces was only 20, so we're all, you know, me and Pisces have been in situations like that, unfortunately. So we already know, like, yo, there's cops on the door, we gotta hide. Like, we not coming out unless this man tells us to come out. But them other 2 girls were newbies, and then Chance was just fucking frozen in the moment. Bob was in the shower. He already knew what was up because he on the run. Like, so that's what the fuck, that's the situation that was set up, okay? Chance walks up to the door and he opens the door and it's a police officer. And you know, he gets his flashlight and he's like going like this around Chance, and Chance like,
how can I help you, officer?
And the cop was basically just like,
you guys are making a lot of noise in here. I just wanted to let you guys know to turn it down a notch. I know you guys are probably throwing a little party. I see the disco lights, you know.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't know how loud we were being. I'll turn the music down a little bit. It's just us, you know.
And so the cop, all the cop sees is Chance and 2 girls on the bed, okay? So he's like, it's just us. Like, I'm sorry, the music must have been too loud. Like, I'll turn it down. So, you know, the cop is still going like this with his flashlight trying to see what's going on in the back of the hotel, because in the back of the hotel is me behind a fucking dresser, Pisces ducked under the freaking vanity, and I mean, fuck, I just said his real name. Bob in the bathroom, in the shower, you can't even see that because it's a wall and then the door is like on the side. So it's dark over there. So he's trying to see, but he wasn't hitting us at all. Like, we were undetected in that bitch, okay? So, you know, the cop was like,
all right, dude, yeah, no problem. I understand it's the weekend. Just keep it down a little bit.
All right, thank you, sir.
Cop closes the door. We sat in silence for like, I want to say 2 minutes. And then everybody just got up from their hiding spots. Bob came out of the shower. He was like,
yo, I thought I was going back to jail.
And I was like, yo, I thought I was gonna have my parents get called on me because I'm not allowed to drink. Tell me why little baby on the bed talking about,
yo, I thought he was gonna call my mom because I'm underage too.
And I was looking at her, I'm like, what you mean you're underage? Bob was like,
oh yeah, she just turned 17.
I'm like, Bob, look here, Bob. Look here, Bob, I understand you're only a year older than her, but come on, Bob, like, come on, Bob, what are you doing? Like, and I know it's legal in Florida or whatever, but it's like, Bob, come on now. Why you got this little baby in this hotel? Like, what you doing, Bob? Like, what's going on? Who paid for this hotel? Like, what's going on? Like, yeah, we all chilled out. We just turned the music down and we just continued to party or whatever, but you know, the night drew on and people wanted their privacy, so Pisces and I left, and that was pretty much it. That was the night where the cops bust in on the party and all the background in between so you could understand what was going on. Yeah, long story short, Bob is back in jail, but you know, it is what it is. People make choices in life, you know, and yeah, I never saw those two girls again. I don't know what happened with that, but I still speak to Chance every now and then. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Has anything like this ever happened to you? The only thing that made me think about this story even happening was I got a tried tea, I want to say last week, and a girl talked about how she broke her friend's window trying to get out of a party or something, and it just made me think of it. So here you go. Thank her for reminding me what the fuck went down. So yeah, again, if you guys like the story, please give it a thumbs up, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.